Hi there, my name is Jamie, and I'm a designer for Creator and LEGO Direct. Okay, let's get ready to talk about creatures. Creator loves creatures. Why? Because kids love creatures. We love making dinosaurs and animals and ferocious things. And everybody thinks that it's all about the look, the teeth and the eyes, and making it look really cool. But what's equally as important is making sure that he's stable. So to talk about him, I'm going to introduce his little brother. This little green guy can teach you all about the things that you need to know about our creatures. One of the first things you need to know is make sure that he can stand up. Nothing's worse than a dinosaur that looks like he's tipsy or tired. And so what we try to do is we give these guys what we call a stop. A stop is just a place that you can always know that when you bend the legs down, he'll stop. So it makes sense we call it a stop. But this guy can do lots of things. He can say, please don't eat me, please don't eat me. He can also bounce around, he can jump, he can sit down. And the good thing is that the kids can have a lot of fun moving his head and bouncing him around and know that, guess what, he doesn't fall over. And that's important, especially when his big brother shows up. When Big Blue comes on the scene, the little guy takes off because he's a little bit afraid. But he's not too scary. What he does have, he has some extra teeth and all those cool features that we like, but he has many of the same things as his little brother. We have a stop right here, so that way his leg, we know how far it can go. That's important, so when he's stomping around and he's chasing after his little brother, we know that he's not going to fall over. He's also got very big feet, which is important, because you want to make sure that he can stand up. And we give him a little extra movement where his head can go back and forth and he can say, no, I don't want to eat you. Or we can show his hands where he can just kind of say, hey, it's cool, you can go by. So as he goes off, he watches out because here comes the big guy. This guy is ferocious. He's a monster. He's got big teeth, he's got a jaw that opens up nice and wide, and he's got big feet, which makes sense. If you look at your older brother or your dad, he's probably got big feet too. And guess what? It helps him stand up. He can go stomping around and squishing things and eating lots of fun stuff. But what he can't do is he can't bend his head up and down. And there's a very good reason for that. He can go side to side, but not up and down. Because if we take back this guy here, if we did put a hinge that allowed his head to go up and down, as soon as you start bouncing him around, his head falls down. And then he starts looking really silly and tired. So by restricting this guy and just making sure that he can go back and forth and just tear things apart, it enables that when you're bouncing around and you're getting really aggressive with your dinosaur, that you don't have to worry about him falling apart. And that's even more important when this little guy comes over and tries to say, please don't eat me, please don't eat me. But guess what? It's too late. Because he can grab him in his mouth and he can tear him apart. And then he can casually walk off. And that's the basics of our Creator dinosaurs.